Howdy, hello, and welcome everybody to Video with Games with Rimworld. Rimworld is a colony simulator by Mr. Tynan Sylvester, really good dev, and he recently released update version 16, Alpha 16, so we are going to make a new colony. I'm going to go with the crash landed scenario, I'm going to go with the classic AI storyteller as opposed to the chillax or random storyteller. And that's gonna control what kind of encounters we run into in this game. Stuff like bandits and enemy like robots and traders and random like firestorms and shit. It's gonna be fun. But we're gonna go with classic just to have a good steady increase of difficulty and not a bunch of random bullshit coming in to wipe us out at the start. We're gonna go with rough difficulty. Pardon me. And I think the first time I played through, I did beat Alpha 15. Maybe not the best, but I did do it. God damn it. Pretty sure I played through on some challenge. They recently added more things you can do to control the world generation. Warning, it can take a very long time to generate an entire planet. That's okay. That's okay. I want to see what that looks like. So we're going to go with that. Yeah, we'll stick with the Seed Valley. So it could apparently take a very long time to generate an entire planet. So we might be here together waiting for a bit longer than I might have liked. But that's alright, that's okay. That's okay. In the meantime, I can explain some of the new features for Alpha 16. One of which is what we are waiting for right now. The map screen used to be just a flat rectangle, and you would choose a square from that, and that would be your starting zone. Now, they have added the ability to choose from a... Hey, there we go, look at that. So now we have a planet, an actual fucking planet. With a sun, a light side and a dark side, even though it's not really casting a light on it right now, for sake of choosing a zone. And each of these markers indicates a faction. So the purple house is Aunt's Mesa. The slightly more reddish house is Alat. Oh no, sorry, pardon me. That is the faction Atter Amalgamation. And the actual base right here is Aunt's Mesa. So the red would be the Jotunbaum Planetary Dominion. Yeah. Yellow would be the Confederation of Vasallo, and the black snipers are going to be our bandits for this particular world. Now, for where to go, where we're going to start, I think we're going to go with somewhere in the temperate forest. I think that sounds good. Maybe not on that down here. Yeah, down here looks good. I don't want to be too close to a pirate base, but I want to be able... I think somewhere in this area is going to be good. Because now there is, right here, form caravan option. You can actually go from where you start, your starting base, to these different locations and trade with them, which is not something you used to be able to do. And that's pretty dope, if I do say so myself. So, I think right about here. Yeah. I think right about there. Alright, so now we gotta choose, not really choose per se. Oh no, yeah, no, ooh, hello. Combat stats out the butt. That sounds pretty good. You choose 3 characters, and they are randomly created. Which is to say, you do not create your characters. You can hit this randomize option, and it will just give you a random character. It'll give you random stat. Wow, yeah. No. Random stats. Growing 11. I think we're gonna bring you. I think. Oh, you have a bad back, which is okay because you're gonna be our. This is gonna be our gardener. This is gonna be Dilek. I will not explain where these names come from. Do not worry about it. Also, animal handler. Maybe a little bit of mining. Moving -30. You know what? God, I love the stats. having a bad back is actually too much of a problem. Is that the same man? I mean, he's got a different jaw, but that'll be too confusing. No. I'm gonna not do that. Okay. So, quick overview of this character screen. Each character has a childhood and adulthood backstory, and that will give them bonuses or minuses in certain things. Certain skills. That's the word I was looking for. For example, frightened child backstory, medicine +3 and cooking +3, but cannot firefight, and that is a problem. You want to have at least, I'd say at least 2 firefighters, at least to start with. Medieval farm oaf in adulthood, cannot research, but is very good at growing, and fairly better at mining. Jealous. Each character also has things, as I said, they are incapable of. This person is incapable of being scary and doing intellectual work. And they also have, is it 3 traits? Okay, I think it's just up to 3 traits. So he is jealous. For Kane, it's degrading to have a less impressive bedroom than someone else. He gets a mood loss if any colonist has a more impressive bedroom. That's a pain in the ass. I don't like this guy. Anyway, we're gonna get rid of him. Pyromaniac is not a great. It's not a great trait to have. Basically, it means they're gonna occasionally start fire and will never extinguish them. No pyromaniacs to start out with. Thank you very much. Come on, we gotta get some good characters somewhere. Ooh, okay. Growing is 7, but she has a passion. These little flames indicate levels of passion. There's 1 flame and 2 flame. And if someone has a passion for a certain skill, they will learn that skill faster than other people as they do it. Cannot fight well, anyway. Good with animals, which I'm not sure if I'm gonna do too much animal husbandry. She's a teetotaler. She hates using drugs for pleasure, and she's abrasive, which means she's gonna rub people the wrong way. Incapable of dumb labor, crafting, and cooking. Dumb labor, I believe, includes hauling, and not having hauling isn't ideal. But yeah, just artistic animals are not enough to keep them around. I want someone who is good at either really good at cooking or really good at growing as my first character. That's what I want to find, and I'm not getting too much luck. Okay. This seems like it might be okay. Your head is huge, man. You gotta get that looked at. Incapable of intellectual or crafting. That's okay. You can have other crafters. In fact, he's an herbalist, so he's pretty dang good at growing. And medicine. Okay, that's not too bad at all. Yeah, he could be our doctor. Can't fight very well, but we can have other fighters. Abrasive and nervous. Nervous isn't great. I'll go into moods much later. Don't worry about that too much. I'll worry about names after I get to other people. Very good at shooting. I'm already liking that. But greedy. She gets a permanent mood debuff if her bedroom is not impressive. And that is something that, you know, if we end up bringing her, will be explained later. Don't worry about that. Steadfast. Has a tougher mental break threshold. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. And an explosive expert. Cannot haul. Can you haul? You can probably haul. That's a fucking bummer. Cleaning disabled, hauling disabled, plant cutting disabled. I don't know why being an explosives expert removes all of that, but so well versed in technicalities that she refused to demean herself by helping clean up. Okay. Alright. Okay, we already have this guy as our fucking incredible. But he's slothful. Hates anything productive. He moves slowly and rarely stays. Global work speed -35. I think that might be too much to fucking work with. Fine. Fast walker. Okay, I can dig with that. I can dig that a lot. incapable. I have 2 people who are incapable of intellectual, but if we bring her, she can handle the research. She can handle crafting, maybe. Crafting isn't intellectual. Oh, hey, check that out. As a matter of fact, this person, this colonist, is the father of this one. So they have a they already like each other. They are plus 30 on their opinion of each other right off the bat. That might be interesting. All right, that's gonna be slim. Don't worry about it. That's gonna be we'll make that delete. And this is gonna be me. Incapable, intellectual, but that's fine. I will not be offended with myself. Alright, so we are getting in here, finally. Apologies for the setup, and there's actually going to be a little bit more. But the 3 of you awake in your crypto-sleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later, you land on this unknown Rimworld. As pieces of the shredded starship fall around you, you start making plans to survive. So the game starts with us landing on the planet. I'm just going to pause it. You can pause at any time. You also set it to 1, 2, or 3 speed. And this is our map. I'm not super happy about giant puddles of water, as that will get in the way of building, but this area right around here looks clear enough of that to not be a problem. One thing I am going to do right off the bat, before, and this is actually going to get cut out after I explain what I'm doing, is under the Assign tab, you can manage outfits. And what outfits are, as you can see, you can select pre-existing ones, wear anything, worker, soldier, and nudist. These allow you to make templates for clothes. Warm, ranged. I normally do a warm and a cold version of ranged combatants, melee combatants, and just general workers. And so, for example, for the warm, I would take off toque, the jacket, the parka, and ranged people don't interact well with personal shield. It's like an energy shield around your character, and the problem is it interferes with firearms. So that is something that's exclusively going to go to our melee combatants, and no tribal wear. And I gotta do this 6 total times. So I'm going to cut this out real quick, and I'll be back when I've put all the outfits together. Alright, and that's the last of it. So let's just assign these roles to people real quick. I need to figure out who is best at shooting. I am the worst fighter here, so I'm going to take the melee weapon just to have a melee weapon. Dalek and Slim both have pretty good shooting stats. Dalek is, by the numbers, technically better, so she gets the rifle. Alright. Now, since I'm going to be melee, for now anyway, and it is spring, we're going to give me the warm melee, and both of them warm ranged. And we'll switch that when we get to fall. And that way they will automatically take care of their own clothing, and I don't need to worry about them having temperature issues. And everything should be okay. Is this our... It is! Oh my god, the best. So, when you start with a random animal as your pet, and we fucking lucked out because we have Bubba the Warg. Wargs are fairly tough. Do I actually have any... I would have if I kept that character. I guess I'm going to be the animals man. So, what we do now, another thing that's basically just ticking checkboxes to get everything set up to actually play is we gotta set these work priorities. And work priorities is how the game knows what a character is going to be doing at any given time. You do not directly control your character or characters in Rimworld. What you do is you give them a list of priorities in certain numbered order, and the game will check that and see if there's anything that needs to be done and send them to go do it. I guess Slim will be the warden. That warden being the character that talks to prisoners of ours and tries to recruit them. If we get someone with a better social skill in the future, they will be our new warden. I will be the animal handler. Slim will be the cook. No, you know what? I'm gonna be the cook. Slim will be the hunt. No, I take that back already. Slim will be the cook, and Delete will be the hunter. Construction will. I don't want. Slim has a passion for it and he has more of a passion than I do. But since I'm otherwise not doing anything, and we do need someone to construct our new home, that will be my job for now. Although I'm gonna leave that on a low priority for Delete so that she can do it if need be. But yeah, since I'm the herbalist, I'm also going to be the grower, and Delete will be the miner when she's not otherwise hunting. Plant cut. We can rejigger these as need be in the future. Delete cannot haul. That's a pain in the ass, but that's okay. I guess I will be the hauler. We're gonna want, later when we have more characters to choose from, we're gonna want someone to be an almost completely dedicated hauler, because hauling is very important. You need shit to get in certain places, and people need to carry it. Crafting and tailoring and all that, not that big of a deal right now. And now we can actually for realsies start. Sort of. First things first, we need a house. It doesn't need to be the biggest house, it doesn't need to be the best one just yet. But we do need a house. Let me unforbid this wood, let me unforbid the steel. And let's figure out where we want to put this thing. See, the problem with this area is that there aren't a lot of these rock formations, which means there is a lot of wall building I'm gonna end up having to do in the future. And that's a big task, and that's a pain, but you know, c'est la vie. Should we be boring and just like stick it dead center here? Maybe, I guess it doesn't need to be our permanent residence. So let us go into the architect menu, structure, and build some wooden walls. For now, that's all we can really do, as we have wood lying around and no refined stone to speak of. So for now, we're gonna make essentially just like a bunkhouse. Relatively small bunkhouse. Let's do like 8 by 10 or 8 by 11. That's gonna bother me. Make it 8 by 10. And then furniture, bed. 1, 2, 3. Set them some wood cutting orders to get that out of the way, and also get more wood for other buildings in the future. And we're also going to need a door to get inside. And for when the night falls, a torch. A little simple torch. We'll get to lights later, but for now, let's get them moving. Colonists need beds. Yes, they do. Let's get them situated on that. Slim decided to take his clothes off because it is warm, and I took jackets out of the warm section. I think just out of the fact that we do not have anything to replace the jackets, I will just stick them in there for now. And they should redress themselves shortly. Oh, now I'll let them keep building. But for our warg, let's give him a little sleeping spot next to us, so he can go to bed too. Alright, right now they're cutting down trees to make room for the rest of the stuff and roofing the house, which is good timing because it's raining. Let's pause it real quick because I want to make this look all nice and neat. Give us some wooden floors, if we have the wood for it. Yeah, look at that. We do it. Let's get that building. Who threw up? Someone threw up. Why did it throw up? Vomit of Slim. Slim, why'd you throw up? Oh, probably due to cryosleep sickness, I think. Since the start of this scenario is you get jettisoned immediately after waking up from cryosleep. Characters start. Slim, put a fucking jacket on, man. Characters start with a health debuff called cryosleep sickness, which wears off fairly quick. For now, we need a stockpile, and that's gonna be where we store our shit. And right now, I'm considering on how I want to go about doing that. Is this roofed? Cannot. I do not believe it is. It's not big enough anyway. I'll build my own stockpile. Let them go about their business. Ooh, before I forget, let's give them something to do when they need to chill out. And speaking of which, I forgot about this menu. This is the menu wherein you can assign your colonist to schedules. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do 8-hour work days. You can set them to sleep at certain hours. You can set them to enjoy themselves, like at the start of their day. Do anything that they want for a little bit, and at the end of the day too. In fact, I'm gonna make it 9 hours. And then give them times where they only do the work that they're assigned. Alright. Night of the first day. Not too bad. Not too bad. We got some shelter. That's a good start. While we sleep, let us see what we can build. Production. Sculptor's table, let's make for art sculpting. Butcher table. That'll be useful when we get to cooking. That'll be good. I want to. Can I build? I can. I forgot you can totally build a cooler at the start. That's very good. Because coolers, as the name implies, regulate temperature. Also, before I forget, temperature Fahrenheit, as I am a North American scumbag. Alright, so, pause it real quick, let's figure out day 2. I want to build a stockpile. It's raining, we have shit sitting outside, people are still... Put a fucking jacket on, Slim, come on, man. Why are you choosing to be naked? You're wearing pants, I guess that's good enough, but... Alright, so... We need a stockpile, and I would like to enclose the stockpile. By enclosing the stockpile, we ensure that the things within are, and we're gonna use this wall right here as part of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's not too bad. We're going to ensure that the things held within are not going to degrade from exposure. And that's good. Well, the exposure is bad, but ensuring that that doesn't happen, that is good. So we need a roofed area to put all our shit. And we can designate that area as a stockpile zone, like so. This is going to be our storage. We don't want food in there. That'll be our... Don't want corpses in there. I think everything else should be fine for now. I will make like a separate armory for weapons and apparel. Right now we do not have enough to worry about. So that's okay. So that's a storage for now. It's very small. This is going to get expanded at some point in the future. For sure. That is a very small storage area, believe it or not. And I think I would like to start making the kitchen. And then we can actually get some hunting going and food and whatnot. And that'll be good. That will be good. Pause real quick and lay out the plans for this kitchen. Kitchen itself doesn't need to be very big. That might be a little too small, actually. And the kitchen is actually going to attach to a second separate room, which is going to be our cold storage. Get a nice double door there, door there. I like to have generally like a little airlock section between the freezer and the... No, I don't want a door there. Come on. And the kitchen. So we're gonna expand this out. We're going to first, maybe not first, but additionally, get that out of the way and deconstruct this wall right here. So I don't want that to be in the way. So our kitchen's gonna go like right here. Or our kitchen's here, and the cooler's right here. Alright, that's a well-oiled machine. Back to sleep. Nighttime. You don't want to lay out too much build orders, too many structures to be built all at once. At risk of... is that where I want to put that? At risk of there being too many things to do and your workers just kind of do shit haphazardly, like this. And then, you know, that's no bueno. Need defenses. This is true. You do need defenses. And defenses doesn't necessarily mean like turrets, although that will come. Defenses also refer to just things like sandbags, things that your shooters, your ranged combatants... No, I don't want to put that there. Cancel that. Ranged combatants can stand behind and use for cover. As a matter of fact, I will take a moment, go into security, and I will take a quick look at our situation. I'll build a line of sandbags like over, say like over here. And that'll work for cover more or less. Add a little extension there. We're also gonna make a dumping stockpile zone for these like rock chunks, as those just kind of get in the way for now. Some right there, and a little bit right here. And they'll do that as they do their own stuff. I'll chop this wood down, that stuff too. Get some resources and get that out of the way. So the cooler's done. There's a piece of rubble in the way of finishing the kitchen, which means that it's a good time to actually build the dumping stockpile zone. This one does not need to be enclosed. Not right there. Does not need to be enclosed. And a lot of this is going to get rearranged as time goes on. But it doesn't need to be enclosed because it's just going to be holding this shit. I think by default, Yeah, old apparel. Allow non-dead man's apparel. That's a new option. Why don't you put shoddy to awful stuff and things that are below 30 hit points. And that way, good apparel will go in here. And shitty apparel will go in here. Which is just gonna waste away, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. Oh, build the wall! Get that wall built. Thank you. Alright. And time is looking to be almost about half an hour on this video. So I'm gonna call it there, and we're gonna continue this next time. I'm gonna do a hard save real quick. Save. Ah, don't look at the. No, it's auto saves. Hard save 001. We do it. Alright, everybody, that's gonna do it for now and for today. My name is Hellhunter120. This is Video with Games. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you see, please consider leaving a like. And if you want to see more, subscribe for more in the future. And hopefully we'll get this colony rolling. But till then, this is Hellhunter120 signing off. Toodles.